boys, that's me just finished at the office. Now quickly heading home, we've got some football to play tonight, and also I need to hit the gym before that. So I'm going to go home, get a quick meal which I'll show you. Eating the usual of chicken and potato, simple. And as for today, in terms of work that we got done, we added a new test to our IntelliGems on Shopify. Testing another product's price point, which is standard, a lower and a higher, to try and figure out what is the best price point to have it at and what gives us the most revenue per customer. We're also just kind of trying to figure out what new stores we can launch, because we've only got our main store at the moment, which is obviously doing really well, but we also want to add in a few new stores as well. So I spent quite a bit of time on the Meta ad library today, figuring out if there's any new winning products that we could run. Managed to find a few, and we're also going to launch ones that we had in the past that we know do well. So yeah, that was pretty much it for today. Just kind of tidying things up, emailing, and we also had to file a DMCA strike today against another website who's literally taken all of our images, our product images with our branding on it, pretty much everything, our ads, and is running them to their website and literally scamming customers. We're getting emails from customers who are saying they've ordered from us 1 to 2 weeks ago and they've not received their product, but in fact they've actually ordered from this scam website who's copied us, which is really quite annoying. And Shopify isn't taking them down as of yet, because for some reason they say that they're not hosted on Shopify, but myself and Liam have checked and they actually are running on Shopify. So yeah, that's really annoying because customers are getting scammed thinking that they're going to get a product from us when they actually aren't. So we need to get that resolved as soon as possible. But yeah, that's pretty much it for an update. Hopefully get some clips in today of me at the gym, and then going to be later on in the video, I'm going to be talking about more dropshipping things. I can't quite remember what I'm going to be talking about later on, but it'll be valuable, so stick around for that. And again, I appreciate everyone watching. Yes boys, we're just about to head back to the office so I can get recording and editing this video. It's currently 20 to 11 at night. I've just watched England beat Netherlands, which is, I mean, I'm not too bothered. I'm obviously from Scotland. I don't mind seeing them in the final, but I really hope that Spain wins. And I think Spain will win. They're playing way better at the minute. So yeah, heading down to the office, edit the YouTube video and give you some more value in terms of dropshipping. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. So guys, for the value in today's video in terms of dropshipping and e-com, I'm going to be going over why customer service is extremely important, why you need to keep your customers in the loop, and also how that's going to minimise chargebacks and also save you money in the long term and keep your dropshipping brand or store healthy. So I'm going to go over customer service, returns, and ways that you could structure your emails so that you're not having to give out refunds all the time. So with customer service, you want to keep your replies to customers between 12 to 24 hours, ideally under 12 hours, and also structure your emails so that customers are informed on their order from when they place the order to when they receive it, and also if they have any issues, you need to get back to them in under 12 hours. So the way that we do it is obviously on Shopify has a built-in email automation, so customers are going to get order confirmation to their email. They're also going to get an email when the parcel has been dispatched, along with tracking information, which is all well and good. But you're obviously going to get customers emailing about products that might be damaged in transit. They're not happy with the product, they just want to return it to you and get a refund. So if you're a beginner and your store's not doing big numbers, I recommend doing customer service yourself, because you're going to fully understand what works, what doesn't work, and I'm going to go into more detail on things that you could say to minimise returns. So all this knowledge you're going to learn about customer service in the beginning is going to give you the knowledge to move forward, and eventually if you hire a VA, you could pass it on to them. You could build out email scripts for certain types of scenarios, because lots of different scenarios are going to come up. Returns, damages, chargebacks, all that sort of thing. Customers just want to be informed on their order. With it being a dropshipping store, obviously you want to make it look as legit as possible, your website, make it look like a real brand, but some customers might still be on edge when they're purchasing from your store, because your store is not a world recognised brand. So that's why it's really important to get back to your customers as soon as possible. The way that we minimise returns, because returns is a big thing. If you're accepting lots of returns all the time and having to issue refunds, you're going to end up with a stack of products in your house or whatever that you don't want. So the way that we do it is, if a customer comes back to us and they say their product is damaged, for example, we usually go in with, we ask them first of all, is the product damaged to the point where it's unusable, or is it just got a slight defect and it is still functional? If that is the case, we'll get back to the customer and either offer them a free replacement, or we could offer them a partial refund. This partial refund to begin with could be 20% or 30%, just whatever you feel like is adequate for that customer. Ask them to send a picture of the damaged item, and then you can evaluate from there. If it's only a small defect, offer them a 20% refund, and if they accept that, you're then still going to be probably profitable on the overall order. If they don't want the 20% refund, you could go up to 30 or even 40%. This way, they're going to keep the product, you're not going to have to refund them the total amount, and even if you go break even on the order, that's better than having to accept the return in its entirety. If the product is completely broken to the point where it's unusable and they want to return it, don't accept the return from the get-go. Try and find a solution that's both best for you and the customer. As I said previously, if you keep the customer in the loop, you're nice in your emails, you're speaking like a real human instead of more like corporate speak, the customer's going to be understanding, and they're actually going to be probably willing to come to a solution as well. So if it's completely broken, product's unusable, I would recommend offering a free replacement, reship the product back to the customer, and they're going to keep the product, and you're also going to keep at least some money from the order. Again, you're not going to maybe be profitable on this order, you might be break even, but that is 100% better than accepting the return from the get-go. Also, another thing that I will add, with chargebacks, you're inevitably going to get these no matter how good your customer service is, no matter how dialed in your product is, your delivery times, sending out tracking information. You're always going to get customers who just want to get their money back, because they know that if they phone their bank or get in contact with PayPal, especially with bank, they're going to win chargebacks nearly 100% of the time. We've had not that many chargebacks luckily, but every time that we submit chargeback responses to Shopify with proof of delivery, proof of the customer ordering, emails that we've sent to them, most times the bank's going to just side with the customer. So you want to avoid these as much as possible, obviously, but we also, if we receive a chargeback before submitting a response, we'll email the customer and try and find a solution on that end as well. So you could email the customer saying, we noticed that you filed a chargeback, we're emailing, we're reaching out to try and figure out what's happened with the order. Is the product damaged? Is it not suitable? We're more than happy to accept a return or offer a free replacement. If they get back to you, that's really good. You can try and find a solution from there, and hopefully they'll phone their bank, cancel the chargeback, and you send them a free replacement, and that'll be sorted. If not, if you reach out to them, they don't get back to you, you're obviously just going to have to submit the chargeback and move on with it. But for our store, we've done thousands and thousands of orders, and we're under 10, 15 chargebacks for that whole time, which is a really low rate. And again, we've done this through the tips that I've recommended before, emails, keeping the customer in the loop on their product, their order, and this has helped us minimise chargebacks. We've had no holds on the store in terms of funds. Our PayPal is fully clear. We use PayPal as well. Most people recommend turning off PayPal for this exact reason, for them holding funds. But from using these methods, by keeping the customer in the loop, sending them free replacements when the product's broken, offering partial refunds, we've managed to keep our return rate low and also minimise chargebacks. So in summary guys, keep your customer service at a high level, email customers in under 12 hours, minimise chargebacks, try and reduce your return rate by offering partial refunds and free replacements, especially if the product is broken or has a slight defect. And if you do this and you implement this in your store, it's going to be so beneficial for you in the long run. You're not going to have to deal with trying to find new payment processors, having to use Stripe, then getting more holds because you're going to get more chargebacks and they're going to pile up. Just have your customer service bang on from the beginning. Don't ignore customers and you're going to be good to go. Hopefully I didn't ramble and that made sense. And again, I appreciate everyone watching. If you have any specific questions regarding dropshipping or customer service and chargebacks, leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you again guys.